Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Tokyo Ghoul. We're on episode 3, and in the last episode, or I guess the last couple, since it's the first two of Tokyo Ghoul, we're getting acquainted with how the sort of season's being set up, because obviously we are 2 years ahead of what the events that took place basically in Season 2. Obviously Season 2 wasn't exactly, you know, the same as what the story that we're in now, but there are similarities. So basically, yeah, it's been 2 years since there was this whole thing with the end of Season 2, Kaneki facing off against Arima, who, you know, we kind of got an idea sort of as to what happened in that fight. Kaneki suffered some head injuries, and because of that, he's got amnesia. And now he's playing as a character called Heisei Sasuke. He's able to kind of go into that sort of Kaneki state we've seen, but you know, it's not something he can sort of just access on a whim. So yeah, he's sort of, it's strange. We're in a strange place. 2 years ahead, the CCG is sort of working with a new squad, which is a ghoul squad, or I guess a half ghoul squad, because all the squad members are sort of half ghouls. And Kaneki's sort of working as a sort of mentor in that squad under, you know, being Heisei. And they're being supervised by Akira, I believe. So yeah, it's a squad that's like called Quinks, so yeah, well, things are changing. Things are very much changing. We also got introduced to, well, it wasn't really introduced, more like, you know what I mean, they were chasing a, their job is to basically seek out ghouls and obviously, you know, take them out just like the CCG does, but they're making use of half ghouls and whatnot. I guess they're more human and more relatable, more like you're just able to, you know, do something with them. So obviously they're making use of them. They were going after someone. They found someone called Orochi. Orochi and Kaneki fought. Orochi's mask or hood came off. It turned out it was Nishio. So Nishio is actually back in this, which in Season 2 it obviously felt like he was kind of leaving for good, but I guess he's not. He's back. So there's that. Although I'm not sure if Nishio actually is a member of the new cafe that's opened up with Toka and Yomo and whatever. But we will see. Seemingly Toka and everyone is aware of Kaneki's situation. The fact that he's like, you know, he doesn't remember anything previous to the final like events of like Season 2. It just seems like he's just not all there. So they seem aware of it, and not really in any. It doesn't seem like there's any real attempt to sort of like jog his memory, or, you know what I mean, or trip it up. I don't know. I guess they're just kind of fine seeing him sort of coexisting with humans in a way that, you know what I mean, that they initially wanted anyway, you know what I mean. So I mean, the fact that they're allowing this sort of squad to happen sort of goes hand in hand with what was it Yoshimura, the boss guy, who was in charge of the last cafe and whatever, and was the one-eyed owl and whatnot. The whole idea was to sort of coexist alongside humans, right? So the fact that you know, Kaneki's sort of in that position now is actually good, and I think they're making strides forward. So that's something at least. But speaking of Toka, she is the sort of CCG are out looking for her. There's like a sort of APB, I guess, out for what's known as the Rabbit, which is her sort of alias as a ghoul, but seemingly it's Toka's brother that has taken up that name in order to protect his sister. So we've got that happening as well. So aside from that, obviously the Quinks squad, as it wills, Urie, Shirazu and Saiko, seemingly like kind of like a family thing going on. Aside from Urie, who seems to be a bit more selfish than the rest and a bit more self-absorbed, because he's very backhanded, and he's obviously going behind everyone's back and stuff. And apparently there's these frame levels that you know, it's Kagane implanted into humans. He's asking for that to be raised, so that he can become more powerful, I guess. So yeah, there's shit happening, and I'm kind of wanting to get a better understanding of exactly what is happening as of right now. So without further ado, we're going to get in episode 3. Again, you know, Tokyo Ghoul is one of those you know, shows that gets taken down for copyright all the time if there's any footage or even any music involved in it, so therefore I can't show the reference footage in the video. But it is full length and it is timer based, so therefore if you do have your own reference footage, you can play along the whole episode with me right now. I'll count down, I'll say 3, 2, 1, play. As soon as I say play, hit play, you can watch the whole thing. Alright, so without further ado, here we go. Tokyo Ghoul Re, Season 1, Episode 3, full length in 3, 2, 1, play. Was he just spelling boxers there? What was that? Don't know what that means. Really not a fan of this opening, like. Just nothing beats the first season. Rima's here. Oh, so it's more releasing and not raising. So it's always there. It's just. I feel like a Rima knows he's lying, but. The night before the event. What does that mean? What event? What the fuck? It's alright. It's alright. He's not. Yeah, I was gonna say he's not the squad leader now anymore. I mean, I'd imagine in order to get paid, you actually have to do work. What the fuck is a bagworm? Are they just lying to get out of work? Hmm. Where's this guy's pupils? Wait, have they changed his hair colour? Didn't he have... Fuck's sake. Why did they change his colour for? Colour of his hair. Another SS rate. I don't think Uri understands exactly like what it means to be a team leader or a squad leader, I guess. You kind of have to be part of the team in order to fucking, you know, pull off that. His name's what? They're gonna do this thing where we're not gonna fucking tell it for a bit. What? What the fuck? Okay, they're going to become women. Oh yeah, she got that. She got those fucking shorts from there. Oh, right. So that's who Shu is then? Yeah, so Shu is so he got nothing from it then? Didn't he say at the Huh. He does, doesn't he? Fuck's sake. Well, she's a woman anyway. Sort of. Oh man. Oh. Oh god. Oh. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, don't worry. Like... For fuck's sake. They just picked him out immediately. Not exactly best disguise, is it? Ugh, he's fucking drunk, isn't he? Had one drink. Fuck's sake. Ridiculous. He probably doesn't like ghouls then. Yeah, Washo doesn't seem like doesn't seem like good at all, does he, at his job? Oh god. Well, I had on who was that? It was I had a bag on his head. Just a gathering of ghouls. It's clearly going to kick off. Okay. Okay, episode 3. So, so the guy at the very start, who was obviously not shown, he was sort of like in a well, I imagine he was on like a bed with sort of like the sheets covering him, whatever. I'm thinking that must have been Sukiyama then, right? I can't remember ever getting his sort of his other name. I'm guessing his first name, which must be Shu something. And if I remember correctly, he didn't pick up anything from sniffing Kaneki's underwear, which is interesting considering like that was his whole thing. So would it be too far out of the realm of possibility to say that Sukiyama isn't getting anything from that because he is Heisei Sasuke and not Kaneki at that point? I just, the thing is, I can't see that though. Like, why would that make a difference? You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that would be the case. Like you said, wouldn't like fade because he's mentally a different person. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Anyway, they worded the frame level thing differently this time round. I'm pretty sure last episode 2, they specifically said like they were talking about like raising it, and I guess it's, you know, technically, you know, it is the same thing and it kind of works either way, but they worded it differently this time, saying releasing it. So they have the potential already in them. Like the power's all there. It's just a matter of unlocking it, I guess. And allowing. It's like they all have the power there, but then they are given, maybe, I don't know what they're given specifically, but maybe they're given some sort of I don't know, like I was going to say a stimulant, but I don't think that would work either. That doesn't sound right. Something that like blocks them from using that much power, you know what I mean? Like something to like keep that sort of stuff trapped and contained. We also had Uriah, who was lying. He lies to Psycho basically to get out of work, because, you know, I mean, he made the point that, you know, it doesn't matter if after we've retired or whatever, they'd still continue to look after us, which is interesting. Like, that they hold so much importance and almost like contempt for them, because, I mean, if you just go back to, you know, the end of season 2, that was never a thing that would have ever crossed anyone's mind, that the CCG would have any compassion regarding ghouls or anything like that, and now we're at a point where even if they don't work, they still get looked after. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy how much things have changed. But yeah, he basically Uriah lied to get out of work. So that's, you know, he's done some good there. But again, like, his whole mentality's fucked, because what he's doing all this to get back to, like, get his squad leader position back, right? But to be a true squad leader and someone who, you know, could actually be respected, even take on that role, you kind of need to be a team player, and that is everything that Uriah is not. So, you know, he's just completely in the wrong mindset. It's just not going to end the way that he wants. You know what I mean? So you best get back on board with the rest of the team. And also, it'll come out at some point that he just went behind everyone's back just to, you know, get another frame level or whatever the fuck. But I'm sure Arima probably saw through that, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm giving the guy too much credit, but apparently Arima's supposed to be some sort of fucking, you know, some real special important person. Because of, generally I don't judge people like on the way they look, but generally in anime you kind of get a feel for if someone's, like, you know, perceptive and smart enough to figure that shit out. Normally they'll, like, you know, act like they're not aware, but they are aware. I can see Arima just being like, yeah, you haven't told the rest of your squad at all, have you? But I think Arima's probably saying it as something like, you know what I mean, like, he'll learn his lesson by going behind the rest of their backs, you know what I mean? He'll learn his lesson by himself. I feel like that's the kind of thing that Arima would do, is sort of like, you know, not hold their hand through everything and let them fucking learn for themselves, kind of thing. So, I don't know, we'll see. Suzia's back, who has had his hair colour changed. I'm wondering if they're getting to the point now where they're like, you know what I mean, but I think, like, there's too many characters walking around with white hair, so they're like, yeah, well, fuck it, we'll change Suzia's then. Because wasn't Suzia's hair white in the last 2 seasons? And now it's black. Kind of prefer it though. It's interesting, sort of like, he seems so much more grounded right now. Like, he seems still like his sort of like childish self, but he seems a lot more grounded and almost relatable. And I'm not sure if we're seeing that because we're looking at this from the perspective of, you know, Kaneki, and is sort of, and the fact that he's on like the CCG side now, so maybe the perspective's changed, or the fact that because there's been 2 years since then, he's sort of had time to sort of come around of the mental issues that he's had, or it could just be a mixture of both. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll see him fucking come out to play at this auction, and we'll see his crazy side come out once again. Who was Suzia looking at there, by the way, in that, like, the hospital bed? Because my first inkling was Shinohara, because he didn't even die, did he, at the end of season 2? But then that would mean that the guy's been he's been hospitalized for like the past 2 years. I don't know if he's like in a coma or something. But I'm trying to think back to the first 2 episodes, and I can't remember if there was someone who got like injured that, I don't know, would be important. I don't know, I can't remember. But I mean, that's the only thing that I can really guess about, because of the fact that it's Suzuya that's there, you know what I mean? Suzuya, the only person he really cared about on that high level was Shinohara, so I don't know. But yeah. Alright, so we've got that big mama fucking ghoul or something coming up, which Ayato is going to be there, and bodyguard her, at the auction. Of course, it's a fucking ghoul auction, so it's just a gathering of ghouls. It's not like this is not going to kick off, is it? It's going to fucking well kick off. I'm guessing Kaneki and the rest of them are going to be outside, like on the sort of sidelines, like not too far from the auction in case things do go south. But yeah, this could come up with it. There could be a situation here where Ayato and Kaneki, you know, make some eye contact, and we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, I mean, they were after the rabbit, so I imagine Ayato is going to be going there with his mask on. So you know what I mean. If he gets picked out in this group, yeah, there may be some sort of thing with him that goes down, like a chase or something like that. But yeah, the whole thing with the big mama thing, I can't even remember what her name was. But there's there's too many like high-rated ghouls. You know what I mean? Like at this point, it's just like it's not even special, which I feel like it should be. Again, I'm not a manga reader, so I don't know how paced the story is in the manga versus what it is in the show. But in the show, it's just like every ghoul now is just S or SS rated. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? There's no like room for it to grow. You know what I mean? And what's it going to be next? It's just like, oh, this is SSS rated. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of ruined its ruined its sort of unique value to have like a ghoul that's so high rated that you don't even feel all that, you know, scared or anything like that. What I notice about this show in particular is that, you know, I don't have any real any real affinity or sort of, you know, I'm never scared for the characters because I never feel that like they're in any real danger. But that was something that I had in season 1. Season 2 is where that kind of fell off, because I feel like they're sort of, I don't know, I feel like they're able to take maybe a bit too much punishment. I mean, that's always been the case. Obviously, we had that with like Nishio in season 1 when he just went apeshit on. But you know, I've never felt that same feeling that I had in season 1, where I felt like, you know, their characters are at risk. And I think that kind of goes along with the fact that there's just too many SS rate ghouls or top tier ghouls that, like, you know what I mean, just outshine everything. Like at this point, like, you know what I mean, every fucking ghoul is just, you know what I mean, just is either S rate or SS rate, and that's it. Like, when was the last time we had a fucking just an A rated or whatever the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't know, but it seems like throughout the whole course of the show, it's been nothing but S and SS rated ghouls. I feel like the sort of what they should have done, I feel like, is actually had a fucking like almost like a difficulty curve kind of thing go on. Whereas at the start of the show in season 1, they have like, I don't know, like fucking B or even C rated ghouls, and then make your way up to, like, you know, season finales and stuff, and you have like, oh, maybe like a fucking A rated ghoul at the end of season 1. But from the very start, it was always S rated stuff. You know what I mean? You had Rize and Super Yama and whatever, all S rates. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just feel like there's too many. It's sort of lost its, you know. But whatever, it is. It's just a nitpick. The dude the Ghoul who is in the fucking like security max prison or whatever the guy was talking to, Kaneki was talking to. He says that there is a specific Ghoul that he's interested in because that's the key to sort of unlocking Kaneki's memories. A big part, and of course we didn't get his fucking name because I don't think they like to do that, where they just hold off on the name and we'll get it at a later date. But yeah, we'll find out at some point. The fact that they went in dressed as women in disguises and fucking Kaneki was immediately picked out. Like, he was immediately picked out by other people. It's like, what's the point? What's the point in fucking, you know what I mean? Having a disguise. Oh no, that's him right there. You know, great. But I guess he's sort of infamous. So to see him is like, you know, not too far out of the realm of possibility. I think more or less it more ties in the, you know, his squad, as long as they don't get seen, even though it seemed fairly obvious. But whatever. So yeah, we'll get an episode 4 and we'll see what we'll see what we get. But yeah, we're about to kick things off. I feel like it's about to kick off royally with the amount of ghouls that's just gathered in one location. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One is the Discord. I urge everyone to go over there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things start over in the Discord. So I urge you all to go over there. Or if you just want to come on and talk to me in the community, you're free to do that as well. And Patreon. So Patreon, you get a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me. If you do want to support me, then you can do $5 a month. That is the early access. So for that, you gain access to you gain access to 4 episodes of every show a week that I do on Patreon, and you get them a week early as well. So obviously I do 4 shows over on Patreon. That's 4 episodes per those shows. That's like 16 episodes a week across all of those different shows. So yeah, if you're coming for more reactions from me, that's where you want to go. $10 a month, that's a full length. So if you want to get my full unedited reactions to all the shows I do, then you can get that one there. $15 a month, that's the exclusive tier. So for that you gain access to another show I'm currently reacting to, which is Parasite. And also all OVA reactions and all movie reactions go into the exclusive tier as well. $50 a month, that's the elite tier. So that gives you a choice of a show you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It'll go at the very back of the queue. I think there's about 7 shows in the backlog, so it might take me a while to get round to yours. But if you want to jump the list, you go at the very front so that your show gets reacted to next. Then you want to get God tier, which is $100. So basically, that's just a one-time payment thing. It's just that my Patreon's on a pay monthly basis, so you know, every time you pay, you get a choice of a show. It's not like you need to continue paying while until I watch it. You know, it's just a one-time payment thing, and then I will watch it. But yeah, that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.